They're closing Donnybrook anyway, he said, you know.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Which is amazing because they give us the whole embassy work.
Yeah.
That's from nowhere.
Hey, Jennifer, you're hiding yourself there. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I knew about the issue and I'd been to Palestine. It wasn't so simple for me as it became.
Raymond, can you explain your presence here today?
Yeah, we're mounting a vigil for Khader Adnan Musa, I think is his full name. He's a Palestinian political prisoner who's on his 59th day of hunger strike now because he has been arrested under the Israeli regime of, well, basically internment without trial. And we know that was tried by the British during the Troubles in Northern Ireland, and they stopped it because they decided it was counterproductive. It's a major feature of the Israeli system. There are about 310 of the 4,000 to 5,000 political prisoners in Palestinian political prisoners in Israeli prisons who are in there without any kind of trial. Khader Adnan was never tried. He was never told what the charge against him is. He has been repeatedly arrested. Now he's on hunger strike and he is probably going to die. So essentially that is why we are here. Human Rights Watch and the United Nations have called for the Israelis either to give this man a fair trial or to release him at this point.
Anything from Gilmore, our Minister for Foreign Affairs?
I'm not aware, unless he has issued some statements quietly, I'm not aware that Mr. Gilmore has had anything to say on the issue. I'm not aware of any coverage of the issue in the Irish media either. Again, you know, this is something that should have some reverberations for Irish people, given the Bobby Sands and the Irish hunger strikers. And it is also something, if he dies, that is likely to create a massive explosion, in my view, in Palestine. I'm sure there will be massive. There already is a massive hunger strike in solidarity. This is, to think that this thing is not even covered by our media is really disgraceful.
Yeah, but I know there are private protests in Aleen and
yes.
In Debbie Sala and Aleen, there were Khader was featured.
Certainly, there would be.
And according to main news agency, Egypt was supposed to have intervened, and several other countries have been asked by Mahmoud Abbas and Khadim Sayed
Yes, sure, but I don't think Israel is terribly interested in interventions of that kind. I don't know what they feel they achieve by this kind of thing, except to satisfy their own sadism, to show that they can do it, that they have the power to do it. But essentially, with a regime like that, with internment without trial, it's very difficult for a state to maintain the fiction that it's some kind of idealistic Western-style democracy. So that's why we're here.
Yeah, all right, Raymond. Thanks.
All right.
All right, Raymond. Can you explain about today's protest, Martin?
Tommy, yeah, we're here in support of Khader Adnan, who's been held in administrative detention in an Israeli jail. He hasn't been charged with any offence, and when he was arrested and held, he refused food, and today would mark his 59th day on hunger strike. And I mean, we're worried about his condition, and we have made representations to Human Rights Watch and the International Committee of the Red Cross. But we're here in front of the Israeli embassy because we want to show our support for Khader Adnan and the fact that his human rights are being grossly violated. He's on hunger strike. He's on the 59th day of his hunger strike. His condition is getting critical. But even at even with his condition critical, he's still shackled to his hospital bed. His arms or legs are actually shackled to his hospital bed in inhumane conditions. So he hasn't been charged with anything. He hasn't been told what he's suspected of, even. And this is the way the human rights are violated in the occupied territories. Israel uses administrative detention to detain people that they consider problems, and they can detain someone for under administrative detention for 6 months. It can be extended indefinitely. I think someone has been under administrative detention for 8 years.
Yeah, that's the maximum, I think.
There are currently over 300 people in Israeli jails under the same condition of administrative detention. So you have no release date. It's a very humane condition because it's extended every 6 months. You think you're going to be released 6 months. You could be walking out the door to meet your family, and it could be extended for another 6 months, and often is. So he has been protesting, and he's used the hunger strike as a protest, and we're here to support his protest at this violation of his human rights and human rights of Palestinian prisoners.
Yeah, all right then, Mark.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you now.